Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and happy Mask Monday ladies and friends collaboration today. You guys, I got all kinds of stuff to share with you today. So buckle up, grab a sheet mask, maybe sit down, relax. It's got a wild ride. I'm gonna get my mask on and then I gotta figure out where to start, y'all. Okay. Whew. Let's see. I'm supposed to be packing to move this end of next week. Not happening now. A delay with the buyers, if they even actually can pull this off. It's a long story, but I'm not moving yet. I'm almost moved out and now I'm not, so that's always challenging and interesting. But yeah, I was pretty close to moved out. Here's the mask. It's by Cala, vitamin C, lots of serum. I mean, I was planning on how many outfits I needed to leave here. And, until the movers came. I'm not doing that anymore. So, long story, but yep, I'll be here a while. I don't know how much longer. Don't really have the details all yet, but it's always fun. Ooh, this is cold. It's out of the refrigerator. Oh my gosh. It's going to feel really good. So today, well, no, I should take that back. This weekend, we had big storms roll through Wisconsin on Friday night. My bestie Megan and I were supposed to take her fiance and we were going to go to a local driving range where they've got a great restaurant for making food. We'd like to go there on occasion. He can hit a bucket of balls with his golf clubs. We can all order food. There's a place where Megan and I can sit down and do some barn bestie planning and relax. But big storms were moving through Iowa, Wisconsin on Friday night. So we ended up just ordering pizza. And yeah, it was kind of a wild ride. We had to go pick it up and they told us 45 minutes. And we literally got there like 4 minutes before the storm was supposed to hit. So we got in, grabbed our pizza, got out as the rain started, and then drove like crazy people back to her property. And then quick got the horses watered in the barn and then zoomed up and got into her house and just rode out the storm there. And we got really lucky because they were predicting straight line winds of up to 80 miles an hour, which would have been trees down. And there were trees down throughout the area, but it wasn't as bad as it was predicted to potentially be, at least where we were. I know it was pretty bad in other places, but we got really lucky. Oh my gosh, my hair is all tangled. Anyway, so that was a kind of crazy Friday night, but she was doing some major fencing repairs this weekend and had rented a post hole digger that goes on the front of the Bobcat. So I actually spent my entire weekend, Saturday was like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something like that. And then Sunday today was 8 a.m. till I think 6 p.m. We got a ton of stuff done. She had people out there work. We were working on the fencing projects and she had a crew out there working on creating what's called sun huts, which is just a big structure with just a roof on it to keep the sun off the horses in the pasture. So tons of stuff going on, but y'all, I'm really sore. There's a lot of work. We got so much done. It really felt good to get a ton of stuff done. Good accomplishment. So yeah, that was nice, but that was my entire weekend. I do have some stuff from Colourpop I want to share with you guys, but I have a story. So today's Sunday when I'm making this, you guys, I mean, I was tired last night because it was so much work and it was so hot. We got so overheated. It was exhausting, right? So I was really tired and slept hard last night. So I'm like dreaming, and it was early morning this morning. I'm dreaming, and I hear this ding, 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 ding. And I was like, in my kind of dreams, it kind of sounded like one of those old grandfather clocks that, the chime. And so I kind of was starting to wake up and I was like, why why am I hearing like a grandfather clock? And I kind of woke up and was like, did I hear that or did I dream that? And then it went off again and I was like, there's no grandfather clock in this house. That's a doorbell. And I'm like, and I kind of like blinked and looked around, pitch dark. And I'm like, it's the middle of the night. What on earth? Who is at my door in the middle of the night? And I'm like, oh, that's not cool. So luckily I do have a security camera. So I pulled my phone and pulled up the security camera and it was a deputy sheriff. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting up. And he was banging on the door and ringing the doorbell and was very insistent somebody in the house was going to get up. So threw a sweatshirt on, got up, and he was on the porch, banging on the door on the porch. And so I went out there, opened up the door, and I looked around. I saw a squad car. And I was like, where did he go? And I was like, hey, where'd you go? And he was out and around and like towards the road of the house. He's like, oh, I'm over here. And I was like, where are you? He was really funny. And he comes around the corner. I was like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, he was looking for my neighbor. He's like, look, he's like, is this Corey's place? I'm like, no, Corey's over here. Why? And he's like, are those your cows? His cows, my neighbor's cows got out. And I hear my other neighbor who is down the hill from us. I hear him yelling and yipping and clearly rounding up cows. I was like, oh, I said, oh my goodness. I'm like, nope. And he's like, you sure you don't have cows? I'm like, I'm pretty positive I don't have any cows, dude. Never have. But I'm like, no, that's Corey's. And I said, is he, my other neighbor, sure it's not his cows? He's like, nope, he doesn't have cows anymore. I said, oh, didn't know that. Because his cows, whenever he had his cows out, they were behind where you really couldn't see them. So I said, nope. I said, you need to go down the road, turn the corner, go down, next farm over, yada, yada. I was explaining it to him, and he seemed very confused. So I had to tell him like 3 times that I'm like, you're the one who's awake. You woke me up, and I can and I'm trying to explain to him, and he just seemed a little confused. And I said, I guarantee you they're not my cows. I don't have cows. But I told him how to get I said, did anybody call the neighbor? And he's like, well, he said he didn't know his number. And I said, you drive over there. I got his number. I got to get in the house. I'll grab my cell phone and start calling him. I called him and called him and called him and called him. It kept going to voicemail. I found out is that they had been in Kentucky for a funeral and had only gotten home really late Saturday night. So somebody else was taking care of the cows over the weekend because they were at a funeral, and they had literally just gotten home super late, and he didn't realize his phone had died, and they had just crawled into bed. So, his phone wasn't charged, and so obviously my calls weren't coming through. But the sheriff must have got him up because, I went back to bed. I was like, I'm not rounding cows up, and it was 4:00 in the morning, I think, maybe 4:15. So, here's what I did not know. The cows had partied at our property on the farm. I did not know that until I got up to go to Megan's to help her out. I walked out 5 steps out of the front door, and there was a giant cow patty, a cow manure, right where you walk. And I walked out in the door, and I kind of looked out, and I was like, the grass looks really tore up. That's weird, because I had just mowed. And I looked around, and I'm like, those look like hoof prints. And then I looked over, and that's a big cow manure right in the middle of the walkway to get out to the driveway, like right where I needed to walk. So I started looking around, and you can see where cow hoof prints were. We had gotten a lot of rain with that storm on Friday night. This was Saturday night or Sunday morning. So all I could see was a lot of hoof prints all over. Everywhere I could see, you could tell the cows had been. And the hoof prints were more obvious, but the cow manure patties were also there. So, and I start walking out, and I'm looking around, and there's like cow manure all over the driveway, all over in the grass. I mean, everywhere I looked you could tell the cows had been out. So I do have a security video. If I can, I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. It would be 12 seconds long, and it's funny. It's not great. It's pitch black. And the video is kind of infrared, so it's all just black and white, which the cows are black and white too. But if I can, I'm going to try to insert it here. And I really hope that worked. So funny. But so I'm laughing about that, right? Like, I didn't get a great night's sleep because I was wide awake after like he left. I was wide awake because, you know, it's not that often you get the sheriff deputy banging on your door. It's not the first time. It's not the first time the neighbors' cows have gotten out. And we always seem to get the sheriff's deputies at our farm, but it was not expected. So I was kind of wide awake. It took me a while to try to doze, and I don't think I really got back to sleep again. So I was laughing about it, especially when I pulled the security video footage off, because I was like, I gotta have video of those cows. Yep, I did. And I hope you heard the mooing. So anyway, it was funny. So we had a really good time at Megan's. It was exhausting. I worked my tail off. I probably, yeah, I know I'm sore. Saturday night, I took an Advil at dinner. I took an Advil before I went to bed. I took an Advil after the sheriff deputy showed up this morning. And then I took an Advil before I left for her farm. We did actually go and do some Barn Bestie videoing at a neighboring farm. So we got some videos for that. But yeah, I'm just super sore from just the physical activity of it. It's not like stuff I normally do. So it's good for me, but I'm a little sore. But hope you enjoyed all that conversation. I ordered from Colourpop, you guys. I got some of their eyeshadow sticks because everybody's talking about these on all the social medias. So I did go in and got 5 colors. I ordered these through the TikTok shop because they were doing a special. They had like a bundle that was all these, you know, colors Colourpop set up as like a bundle. But I ended up just ordering the colors that I wanted to try. I don't know if I picked good colors or not, but I did try 2 of the shades, but I wanted to show you guys what they look like in the boxes because, you know, it's fun to do that. So let me get them all lined up to show you guys. I ordered 2 kind of brownish neutral colors. I ordered a couple that are, well, one's very purple. The other one kind of hints towards purple. And then I'm a little surprised by the last color. It's very, very orangey. It's a little bit brighter than I thought based on their colors but here's what they look like. And I'll take them, go ahead and take them out of the box. And I'm going to show you and read them, and I'm going to swatch them on my hands. So we'll start with the orange one. White text on a beige box is not great. And these are dirty. Okay, I can't even tell you what this color is because I can't read it. Colourpop, you need to stop doing that. These white text stickers, I can't even. I mean, can you read it? Maybe you guys can read it. I mean, I'm officially like blind to. If it wasn't white, I would totally be able to read it, but it's reflecting really badly. So whatever, we'll see if the shadow stick itself has the color on it. You know, these are super dirty. Let me try another pair. Maybe they'll be less dirty. My fingers all over them. Okay. What does they call in this color? Oops, upside down. Something metallic. Friday feels metallic. So this is what they look like. I haven't tried this one yet, so oh, pretty. Okay, maybe I'm very happy I bought that one. I was a little worried, so I got it right here. That's pretty. Really pretty orange, and then you kind of can blend it really easily with your finger. So it's just here. It's real dull, but love that color. That's pretty. I tried this one today, this purpley color. I can't really read it on the box, so I'll probably have better luck reading it on the actual shadow stick itself. Maybe, maybe not. New Bestie Metallic. Again, this is what it looks like. I've used this once. I really liked it today. It is very purple, but I'm going to show it to you before I blend it. And then you can just pat it out. When you pat it out, it blends it in. And it kind of fades it, so it makes it really easy. it's super easy to blend. The next color, this is one I thought sort of had a bit of a purplish hue to it, but it's kind of a nude. And I did try, this is the other one I did try, and it is called Next Spot. It is a metallic. There it is. So we'll put this one on here. And again, I think it's purpley. I have it right next to the other one. Tell me that you think it's not purpley. I'm going to go ahead and try to blend it. I'm just pushing it in to blend it, and it does. It blends right in. That one's got some really pretty metallic-y glitter to it. I like that a lot. Trying to kind of see if I can catch the ring light. So I got two more, and these are the more neutral shades. So I wanted to try, I try not to wear anything crazy at work. It's a different place at work. And okay, what is this one called? Socialite. Ooh, this one is really popular. I think it's really pretty. I loved it in what people were showing me for swatches. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. It's super neutral, but it's got that pop. It's over here. It's kind of a metallic. It's kind of a brown neutral. So that other one, oh, that's really pretty. It really blends really easy. I love metallics. And then the last one will pop out here is, what's she called? Walk of Fame Metallic. It's just this color here. It is kind of bronzy, I think, is what it's going to look like. It popped up a little. So yeah, it's a really pretty bronzy brown. So kind of fun. Let's see here. It's right there. And I haven't blended it yet, so we're going to go ahead and try to pat it down. Give it a little smudgy blendy. Pat it around. Ooh, she's pretty. Kind of a bronzy golden. A golden bronze. I think they're really pretty. So that's all of them. And they have a ton of different shades. I'm sure they have a lot more choices on the actual Colourpop website, but these are super creamy. I think it's important to keep the lids closed hard on them. I don't know how long they will last before they dry out, but I think they're maybe $8 a stick. I forgot. I should have looked it up, and I apologize, you guys, but I got them through the TikTok shop because there's always good deals. Colourpop sells a lot through the TikTok shop, so they do deals. So yeah, I'm excited to try them. You know, part of me was excited in this because, you know, I've been packing. I'm thinking I'm getting ready to move, and like I wanted to squirrel away a lot of my makeup. I'm afraid during the move, like palettes might break, you know. So I thought these might be really easy while I was like moving and getting settled, which isn't happening at the moment. So I still am going to try using those. Because they look fun and easy and maybe make for a super quick makeup application in the morning. So, I mean, I think the two purples could work off each other, and I think these two could work off each other. So, yeah, and I think even the more bolder one on the end here could work with a couple of these more neutral colors pretty easily. So, I will be playing around with those, and I would love it if it would make makeup application in the morning take like 3 minutes. That would be really amazing. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I was going to do, originally was going to do, next week, probably do empties with you guys, just because of the move, but because I'm not moving right now, I'll probably wait till the end of the month to do that. That makes more sense for me, but yeah, that is the crazy going on. The cows just had me in stitches giggling. I will absolutely miss that part of living in in the country. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's at the end of the day, thank God nobody was out really driving around. Obviously, somebody drove down the road and saw the cows out and called the sheriff. And that's happened to me, where I've actually been out on a country road and come across loose cows. It's happened a couple times, and that's what you do. you have to call the sheriff because it is a safety hazard, you know, on side roads and highways and things. So, yeah, this poor, you guys, this sheriff deputy, he was a good looking young man, but he looked a little fried. Like he had been handed a hot potato that he didn't quite know how to deal with. I don't think he had ever had to deal with. I think there was probably 60 loose cows. And he looked a little really like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here other than get a hold of this farmer as fast as I can, because he was very clearly like, I don't know what he didn't, you know, I think he was like, I can't wrangle 60 cows. The whole thing was hilarious. So thankfully nobody got hurt. No cows got hurt. No humans got hurt. I find the whole thing hilarious. I did talk to my neighbor. I called him on the phone earlier this afternoon and was like, hey, it's like, how was your morning this morning? He's like, oh boy. And I said, I got woken up by the sheriff. I said, did you? And he's like, yes, I did. So yeah, I mean, it was all's well, thankfully it ends well. I wanted to find out how they got loose. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they were all over the farm here, our property, because I'm like, everywhere I've looked has cow hoof prints in the muddy grass, because we got 2 inches of rain on Friday night. And I'm like, and there's cow manure everywhere. He's like, do I need to come clean it up? I'm like, it's nature's fertilizer. We just need it to rain again. It'll make the grass green. Oh, you guys, it's just, that's the fun of living out in the sticks sometimes, is just these kind of weird stories. But other than that, like I said, I did spend the weekend helping my friend Megan out. She needed the help. She asked me for some specific assistance on the fencing, because I've got a lot of experience, and we worked really well together. We were cracking jokes, teasing each other. We made a ton of shorts for Barn Besties. So those will probably be being published over the next 2 weeks or something. I don't know. Megan does all that. She likes doing the short. So had a lot of fun. It was really hot. Almost got overheated on Saturday. Today was hot too, but not as hot, and had a little bit more of a breeze. But had fun, you guys. And that's what it's all about, right? Is helping out friends and having fun. So that's what I got. I'm still laughing about the cows. Can't wait to go to work on Monday morning and tell my coworkers about my skid loader and digging holes and then dealing with cows. And yeah, I wish I had more video, more security video. The cows, I have a couple of clips, and the one I'm hoping that shares well. That's the one. That's the best one. You know, so enjoy. But yeah, have a great Mask Monday. Have a great Monday whenever you're seeing this. Have a great week. And I like these so far. I've only used them twice, and I just used one color, patted them in. I'm guessing the purple's off because I have showered, but it was easy. You guys, they're creamy. I like them. They're pretty. I have high hopes, Colourpop. So I would love it if it made my mornings a little easier with this whole, you guys, almost all my makeup is in storage right now. So, yeah, it might make my life a little easier. So, but have a good one, guys. I'm sorry to keep you so long. I hope you enjoyed the cow video. But I will see you all on my next video, okay? Hey, have a great Monday or rest of your week. Bye, everybody.